We are in the heart of the Gulch. I'm your host, Tony Mendoza, but as you can see, we're not in the studio today. We're at the MMC, the Music City Center, CMA Fest 2025 with my friend Julia Cole. What's going on?
You know, I am so excited to be here. CMA Fest is one of my favorite weeks of the year, and we're having a pretty crazy day today, but we're getting to have some fun with you first.
Oh my God. Well, hopefully it's not a buck short, right? Today. We don't want that, man. Talk to me. A day late and a buck short. Talk to me about making that song. It's a banger. I love it.
Thank you so much. It is honestly one of my favorite songs that I've written. I wrote it with Andrew Bloom and Bonnie Diamond. Not only are they amazing songwriters, but they're two of my best friends. Love them to pieces. And it was magic in the room that day. It was like we all walked out of there knowing we had something special. And not every co-write is like that, you know?
Gosh, no.
So we were really excited about it. And then I think we thought it would do well. We had no idea that it was going to blow up the way that it has.
Come on now. You know, that brings me to a question that I've been asking artists today, is that how important is it when you're going through starting your music journey, you're writing by yourself, you're just playing your music in the room, and then immediately in Nashville, we're so known for our songwriter community, where you are immediately with your passion, with your art, kind of critiqued on it, and you guys are constantly changing a song, changing the formula. What was that criticism like when you first got into the industry way back?
Well, I didn't really know how to write music yet. Really? I came to Nashville for school. I went to Vandy and I was playing volleyball, and I was just doing national anthems, and I kind of just fell into the music industry. My dorm was on Music Row. I started to go intern across the street. I was very, very curious about it, and fell in love with the scene after that. But I came at it from a very different perspective. I didn't come here thinking I knew everything and thinking I was ready to rock and roll. I didn't know anything, so I needed to learn how to write a song. And I really appreciated Chuck Cannon and Laurie White. They took me under their wing and they taught me how to write music and introduced me to amazing co-writers. And I got the crash course in the mecca of songwriting. Nashville's the best place in the world for
100%. You know, you talked about going through the stages, right? And especially the national anthems. Talk to people about, have you felt comfortable at this point singing the national anthem? Because I know there's a lot of people like Harper Grace who has horror stories about the national anthem. So talk to me, does that still get you nervous if you ever have to do an anthem type of song? You
know, the anthem and I have a different relationship. I actually started only doing the anthem. I wasn't trying to be a musician. It was like a party trick, you know. My sister and I would do duet national anthems for our basketball games. And she's a couple years older than me. And when she graduated, they were like, do you want to just keep doing them by yourself? And so I was like, sure, why not? It's kind of fun. We're in uniform, run off the court, sing the song, run back on the court. Did the same thing for volleyball. And then I started getting asked to do it for the Texans, Astros, NASA, Houston Dynamo, the rodeo. So for me, the national anthem, not only is it a way to respect and love this country that is so incredible, but on top of that, it got me access into some pretty cool events. I'm on the sidelines of these NFL games and watching the Jets fly over. So for me, it was more of my ticket in.
Well, speaking of the ticket in, and for the people that are listening right now, watching right now, because you inspire so many people, it's kind of crazy to think that our art, our medias just inspire people all over the place. But I'm curious to know, your most underrated song that you have that may not have the most streams on Spotify, but means the world to you. What do you want your fans to go back and listen to and be like, y'all should check this song out a little bit more?
I don't know that it's one specific song, but I will say the album that I released over the last year, just for the context of it and the reason that I think so many people have started to connect with the songs, is they tell a story. They go step by step through the healing process of, I went through a really, really bad breakup. It was a called off engagement. And, every month a new piece of the story came out, and it goes all the way from trying to decide what to do. Should I stay? Should I go? Deciding to leave, the feelings of losing the family, and then the feelings of trying to navigate the world alone now. And it goes all the way through the healing process until we get to Spicy or in the hot girl summer era, you're back, So it takes a minute to get through it all, but I'd say if people have a chance to digest those in order that they were released, starting from January on of last year, it's a full circle healing process. A whole sisterhood has formed from it on online social media. These girls are messaging me, messaging each other, encouraging everyone to keep going. I didn't realize that they were going to help me through the breakup too. But everyone who's DM'd me being like, I went through something just like this and now I'm with the love of my life. It healed me just as much as it healed other people.
You know, you talk about making something that's so impactful for not only you, but for other people. But talk to me about going through it now. Can you listen to the music without it affecting you? Perform the music without it affecting you? Because that is something that is so amazing about musicians, because you're giving me your deepest, darkest feelings and sending it out to the world, and it's us to own and to bring it into our lives. But as a musician, as a person who made the songs, how's that like performing those songs?
That's such a good question. I kind of explain it this way. Songwriting is therapy for the songwriter and the artist. Performing the song is therapy for the people listening. It's actually really hard for the person who's re-singing the toughest part of their lives over and over again.
100%.
And I've gotten better at it. I remember the first time I sang this song called This Ring, I was like it was a writer's round, and my foot was like shaking so hard that my boot was like hitting the rung of the bar stool, and I couldn't stop it. I was so like, just like traumatized singing that song again. And it took me like 2 or 3 months before I even tried to sing it again in front of people. But, now I can sing my songs and get through them. Occasionally, you'll have one performance where it'll still like hit you again, like it happened yesterday. But I'm getting better at being like, okay, this is for the people who need to hear it. This isn't about me anymore.
Well, you are playing the Reverb stage, right?
Sure am.
And I'm curious to know, what's your favorite type of stage to play? You have these festivals like CMA Fest, which we all love CMA Fest. Mm-hmm. You have the honky-tonk bars. Go back in time when you were playing and no one was listening, and you had to play that song that make people listen. Or do you like these stages like when you did the Grand Ole Opry debut, 2 years ago?
There's nothing like the Grand Ole Opry.
Talk to me what it's like on that circle. I'm
playing there again on Wednesday. So
let's go.
It's going to be really fun. But, every stage has its purpose and its different meaning. And I love getting to play the big, I sang in Nissan Stadium on Thursday. It was like 50,000 people. It was crazy. I did a duet with Charles Esten, and that was the biggest stage I've ever sang on in my life. And
what did that feel like?
Magical. I mean, I was just like buzzing, like I'd had like 87 espresso shots. It was crazy. But
how did you stand up in that scenario?
I was sprinting around, like jumping up and down. Like there was no being still. It was like just running around. I was having so much fun. But like a stage like that, it's magical and it's big and it's huge. But I haven't had a moment on a stage that big yet that's like when you're in those little writers' rooms and you're just connecting with the 100 people who are like the Bluebird. You're sitting there, and if you feel like you're having a conversation with every person in the room, and they're talking back to you, and you can pick your next song based on what the last songwriter played, and it feels more like the entire night is one piece of art. And
but it's kind of nerve-wracking too. A lot of people that play stages like the Listening Room and the Bluebird, where they're on you and they're watching you, that gets them more nervous than the big stages. But you just played Nissan, the biggest stage you can get here in Nashville. Which one makes you more nervous?
I think I don't really love the word nervous, because the only time I'm ever nervous for something is if I'm unprepared. And so I'm prepared for my writer's rounds and I'm prepared for my big concerts. So it's more of like excitement. And I think the adrenaline's going more, obviously, for a massive stadium full of people. But I do maybe think more about what's going to be perfect for the room whenever I'm playing for a small room, and I cater the show a lot more directly to who's in there.
Wow, so that's awesome. So if we are ever to see you out in something like that, we're going to get more of an authentic, less of a, kind of written out show. You're playing off the crowd. Now, play off me real quick. I got over here a spin the wheel game. I want you to bring it up, put it right here on your thigh. I'll hold the microphone, and you give it a spin. Let's see what questions you get. Okay, let's see here. What's the weirdest thing you ever autographed?
Oh my gosh, I've signed some weird stuff. I've signed Crocs. I've signed...
How do you sign a Croc?
I know. That's why I was like, you want me to just go between the holes, or how am I supposed to do this? I've signed a dip can before, obviously all over people's bodies. I've signed a forehead, with a permanent Sharpie.
Someone did that. It's been a running joke this CMA Fest that multiple artists I've spoke to have written their autograph on kids' heads, babies' heads.
Yeah, it's wild.
I mean, it's
Some
amazing.
people get you to autograph their body so they can get it tattooed on too.
Have you had that happen yet?
And she came to the next show and showed me the tattoo, and I was
How
like,
do you
oh my
thank
gosh.
someone like that?
I mean, it's crazy because she also put a lyric from my song Supernova, and it was like, it was about empowering her. She's like, every time I'm feeling down, I look down at this quote and I just think like, I've got the strength to make it through this. And I was like, obviously crying. I was like, this is crazy.
First of all, that's amazing. Shout out to her for doing that. That's amazing. Let's do one more of these, and then I have another game
Melanie.
back there, but it'll be fun, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead, spin it up.
All right, we'll do a better spin here. Wait, this way.
What does that say there? Your most memorable hate comment on social media.
Oh my God, I have so many funny ones. I posted a video yesterday talking about like all the outfits that I wear are made with my grandpa Poppy's old Western wear, and he passed away before my Opry debut.
Gorgeous outfits. I think I
Thank
even
you.
commented on it. I thought they looked amazing.
Thank you. Look, this bolo tie right here, Poppy's fabrics in there, and on my belt, and my guitar strap.
You always look stunning though, so I expect
Thank
that.
you.
But keep going on the story.
I posted a video yesterday talking about the Poppy outfit that I was wearing for Nissan Stadium, and someone commented on it and was just like, less talking, more singing. I was like, cool.
It's crazy that there is no filter
Yeah.
on social media. But speaking of no filter, to the right of you, I have a green flag and I have a red flag. Pick
Okay.
them up real quick. I got some questions for you. All right, they pick cats over dogs. Red or green flag? They pick a cat over dogs. They're a cat person. Red flag? Why so?
I'm allergic to cats.
That would definitely be for sure that.
They are cute though.
Okay, they prefer tequila versus bourbon.
I love both though.
Yeah, but
Can I put both?
yeah, you can definitely put both.
It's like I drink bourbon if I'm gonna sing, or if it's like if it's winter, but like if I'm on a boat, tequila. You know,
What about red flag, green flag? They can't two-step.
red.
Red. You couldn't teach them?
Well, the guy's supposed to lead, so like you
Always.
can, but it's not as fun. Like I like it when I'm not as good as the guy that's dancing with me, because then they just like show you all these cool moves and they like flip you up. It's like
Have you
crazy.
ever had to? You've been flipped before?
Yeah,
and
Billy
all that?
Bob's in Fort Worth. Oh my gosh, like
First of all, I'm from San Antonio, so Billy Bob's. Have you ever played Green Hall?
I have played in Green Hall.
Dude, Green Hall, legendary. Now, what about Helotes, Texas? Floor's Country Store.
I haven't played there.
That's the next one you got to hit in
Okay.
Texas. Now, my last question here.
You know I'm
for-
from Texas, right? I'm from Spring.
Yeah, you're from
Okay.
Spring. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot. It was just it's one of those things where it's like when someone brings it up, because we're talking to so many artists here
Mm-hmm.
that they're from all over the place. So when I hear Texas, just like you probably,
Yeah, I had so many basketball and volleyball tournaments in New Braunfels. We'd go float the river.
Dude.
Right by Green Hall, yeah.
oh my gosh, the river floating, I miss that to this day. I mean, and you are a true athlete, so I know that he's not a true athlete, but I'm a true athlete.
In my glory days, yes.
You know, speaking of which, one last red flag, green flag question.
All right.
He loves to go to Broadway, but he only goes to the Jason Aldean's bar.
Oh my God.
Why
Met her
so?
down at Aldi's.
Met her down at Aldean's. That's exactly right. Now, my last two questions on the show.
All right.
It's the first one is a little serious one. It has to do with imposter syndrome, because it doesn't matter how big you are, whether you're playing Nissan Stadium to the smallest thing that you could be playing in your town. I want to know, how do you not let imposter syndrome affect your day-to-day process? Because that little voice in the back of the head, it's always telling you you're not good enough. And sometimes you don't wake up as hot as you usually do. But how do you let yourself put one foot in front of the other and keep on going?
It's been beautiful watching my mindset change because of the ColeTeam and the sisterhood and all of the fans. 2.5 million followers on my platforms that have been messaging me, telling me that the music is helping them through something. And so when I wake up in the morning, I try my best to not even care about the numbers, the data, the analytics, all that stuff. It's like, if one person today listens to a song that I wrote and feels better about something they're going through in their life, then I'm serving my purpose. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing here. And obviously we've got good days, bad days. You've got, the girls get it when you're in your luteal phase and you're like, I hate everything today. You just have to like choose happiness, and it's hard sometimes, but I try my best to do that and be thankful for my health, my family. You know, there's a lot of things to be thankful for.
Everyone, you guys out there definitely have a lot to be thankful for. And my last question, it's 2025.
Yes.
We're in the middle of 2025 and CMA Fest inside this room that doesn't make me feel like I'm in CMA Fest truly, but talking to you makes me feel like I am.
Yes.
Now, what can the fans expect the rest of this year and the top of 2026? I know you're still going on tour, right? Mm-hmm. Talk about it.
Playing a bunch of shows. We just sold out Eddie's Attic and a show in Houston or at Do-Si-Do. I mean, we're having a good time touring. We're going to add some more dates. So everybody who wants to have us come play in your city, you can actually text a number that I have. It's 281-336-9956. Text me what city y'all want us to come to. And based on what cities get the most texts, that's where we plan the tour.
Every time I hear 281, what do I think of?
Houston.
281-330-8004.
Is that your old number?
Hit Mike Jones up on the low.
Oh, Mike Jones, that makes sense.
Come on. Anyway, Julia, thank you so much for coming to the show and just letting me interview you. I'm so impressed by all the things that you do. And man, I'm just so happy to be thankful to be talking to you today.
Well, thank you so much. And thank everyone who's been streaming the music. Y'all Are Wide, Daylight in a Buckshort's on SiriusXM The Highway. It's the only independent artist song on Hot Country on Spotify.
Come on.
I mean, I have like all of the fans to thank for that, because it would not have happened if it didn't get blown up by the ColeTeam on social media. It's been really crazy. Thank you for having me also.
Absolutely. My name is Tony Mendoza. We're still here in the heart of the Gulch, and I'll see you guys next time. See y'all later.
See y'all.
You were a freaking badass interview.
Thank you.
Honestly, sometimes I'm talking to folks and we're just like, I'm trying to come up with everything. Your answers are so in depth.